Ladies and gentlemen, did I press the record button? I did. Had to make sure my finger kind of slipped off it. Welcome back. I hope that you're having a fantastic day out there. Thank you as always for joining me here and stopping by. Sorry, my hands are just moving everywhere. Listen, today we're moving on. Next track, Ariel, Kate Bush. We're going to listen to this track, Mrs. Bartolozzi, coming off of her album released in 2005. Mrs. Bartolozzi. Bartolozzi. Who is she talking about? Who's the Mrs.? What's her story? How is she related to Bush? What inspired Bush to sing about her? There's only one way to find out, and so let's dive in, discuss it after. Here we go. It's like you know there's something more to the lyrics, just not sure what yet.
Washing machine. Washing machine. Washing machine. Him going round and round, my blouse wrapping itself around your trousers. Oh, and the waves are going out, my skirt floating up around my waist as I wade out into the surf. Oh, and the waves are coming in. Oh, and the waves are going out. Oh, and you're standing behind me, little fish swim between my legs. Oh, and the waves are coming in. Oh, and the waves are going out. Oh, and the waves are coming in. Out of the corner of my eye, I think I see you standing outside. Your shirt hanging on the washing line, waving its arm as the wind blows by, and it looks so alive, nice and wild, just like it's climbed right out.
Love how the notes come down for the washing machine part here.
Washing machine. Washing machine.
Only Kate. Only Kate.
Washing machine. Washing machine. Washing machine.
Okay, this is a song that I find most interesting when it comes to the lyrics because I think the way that she constructs and composes the lyrics, especially, and the themes in there, and what I think is kind of hinted at, I think is incredible. And of course, you get that strewn throughout her discography and throughout her catalog. That's just part of her artistry and part of her creative genius, and I think that it comes across brilliantly in general. And I think that this track is no different when it comes to the lyrics. I think it's just out of this world. As a matter of fact, well, we'll do the lyrics in a second. So this is one of those songs, it's just Kate performing. Just voice and piano, nothing more to it. And this is a track that that is really focused on each word, each syllable, each line that she releases out of her mouth. It is there to listen to, it is there to be tended towards, and really be engaged with. And I think that this is one of those kinds of tracks that really does bring you in. And I like how, while there's serious things happening in the lyrics and with the themes, I think it's really funny how she still has that kind of air of playfulness. We still have Kate dancing in the red dress, so to speak. Like, we still have that wistfulness. We have that. You know the word I'm thinking of. And I think it really works in this track when she does like the slishy shashi and with the washing machine and kind of, giving a little more play towards that. But I want to go into the lyrics first because I think that it's important doing it all together here. So the sloshy, slushy, that part. Okay. I remember it was that Wednesday when it rained and it rained. They traipsed mud all over the house. It took hours and hours to scrub it out. All over the hall carpet. I took my mop and my bucket. I cleaned the kitchen floor until it sparkled. Then I took my laundry basket, put all the linen in and everything I could find in it. All our dirty clothes that hadn't gone into the wash. And all your shirts and jeans and things and put them in a new washing machine. Okay, so first of all, before I even went into listening to this track, I thought that this was going to be about a teacher, to be honest, named Miss Bartolozzi, but I'm wrong. Nothing out of the ordinary here in the first verse. Mud all over the house. I'm imagining the kids came in from out in the rain. She's just momming it up and cleaning up. Okay. And she's putting them into the new washing machine. Nothing out of the ordinary. I watch them go round and round, my blouse wrapping itself around your trousers. Even before we go any further, this already has an air of sexuality to it. Oh, the waves are going out, my skirt floating up around my waist, right? Now we're just going further in. As I wade out into the surf, oh, the waves are coming in, the waves are going out, and you're standing right behind me. Little fish swim between my legs. So now we're deep into the sexuality, right? But keep going. Out of the corner of my eye, I think I see you standing outside, but it's just your shirt hanging on the washing line. Waving its arm as the wind blows by, it looks so alive, nice and white, just like it's climbed right out of my washing machine. Okay, so now we change. obviously someone that she's involved with. I'm imagining her partner, her husband, boyfriend, whoever it is, right? But someone that she's built a life with because of the kids over here. But this person is gone. She has a moment where she fantasizes about him, where she remembers perhaps some intimate moment between them in relation to watching the clothes going in and out. And I think that that is such a creative way to write intimacy. As she's watching the washing machines and the clothes going in and out and swirling around, she has that moment. And I think that that is so cool and very creative, the way that she brings that into this fold. But why isn't that person there? Why is she reminiscing this way? Because they're not there anymore. She thinks they're standing outside, but it's just their shirt. Washing machine, washing machine. Make those cuffs and collars gleam. Everything clean and shiny. So, okay. I skipped, obviously, whatever this is. I haven't looked at that yet. But this could be, there's a nothing wrong in this situation. This could be, maybe he's at work or something. He's just out there and she's just waiting for him to get home. Like, there may not be anything nefarious or different or underlying to the lyrics here. You could definitely read it that way. Part of me, however, feels like there's something more to it. I feel like there's just something more to it, but I'm not sure what that is. Let's read over here a little bit more about this track. See, when I got here, I click on the lyrics, so I just go straight there. I don't read any of this stuff until now. I don't like to spoil myself. Kind of defeats the purpose. Let's see. Is it about a washing machine? I think it's a song about Mrs. Bartolozzi. She's this lady in the song who does a lot of washing. Wrong one.
Oh, my.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my.
It's not about me, but I wouldn't have written the song if I didn't spend a lot of time doing washing. But it's fictitious. I suppose as soon as you have a child, the washing suddenly increases. And what I like too is that a lot of people think it's funny. I think that's great because I think that actually it's one of the heaviest songs I've ever written. Clothes are very interesting things, aren't they? Because they say such an enormous amount about the person that wears them. They have a little bit of that person all over them, bits of skin cells, and what you wear says a lot about who you are and who you think you are. So I think clothes in themselves are interesting. See what I mean? Like, she takes such a simple thing as clothing and just evolves that idea. And then I think it was this idea of a woman who's kind of sitting there looking out of the washing going around. She's got this new washing machine, the idea of new clothes, sort of tumbling around in the water, and then the water becomes the sea, and the clothes in the sea, and the washing machine in the kitchen. I just thought it was an interesting idea to play with. What I wanted to get was the sense of this journey where you're sitting in front of this washing machine, and then almost as if in a daydream, you're suddenly standing at the sea. I think that's incredibly creative, how she looks at something so simple and expands that idea and takes that idea and just blows it up into something that has depth to it, that has creativity to it. I didn't even really necessarily think of like new washing machine, perhaps getting a new washing machine because you needed to fit more clothes and stuff in there. I didn't even think about that. But I think, you could simply just look at it as a family life and she's just daydreaming, or in this case, sea dreaming, or something of that nature. I think that that's really cool. Now, all that aside, if I'm being honest with you, and I always am, I think that the song is okay. I'm not always attracted so much to vocals and one other singular instrument, whether that's vocals and guitar, vocals and piano. That doesn't always get me. And so musically, this track doesn't capture me. I do think, if I'm being honest, it just doesn't excite me in any way. It doesn't really do anything for me. I think the idea is fascinating and really cool how she took such a simple thing and grew it. But musically, it does nothing for me on that particular end. So, just to be honest with how I feel, But otherwise, really like the lyrics, though. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. As always, I appreciate you all joining me here. Hope that you enjoyed the music. Let me know your thoughts down there. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.